Alrighty guys, look, welcome back to the channel. Of course, my name is Tommy, and this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue, and we definitely have some bad weather blowing in, so I want to make this video as quick as I can, so you guys can just sit down, relax, and watch it from start to finish. That for sure is greatly appreciated. And again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider doing so by hitting that button right there and also ringing that bell so you get notified every time I do an upload. So look, I said I wanted to make this video quick. I am just gonna stick to the points. This is gonna be your must-make little appy main meal, whatever you wanna call it. You are definitely gonna wanna make it. Of course, I am talking about pig on a stick. So what I wanna do here is let's turn our attention down to the board. Let me show you what we're working with, and let's start the show. So this one's going to start out by checking out the goods, and of course I've got this right from Wild Fork. I mean, I think I paid under $7, and that there is going to be perfect for this recipe. If you don't have a Wild Fork near you, you can get pork belly from maybe your local Costco, and you can just strip cut it. But again, like I said, this is pretty much perfect. And of course we will get that removed from the package, and the only thing I am going to do here is take off some of that skin. We want to get a nice fat to meat ratio, and that definitely is going to fit the bill. So very slight trimming is in order. Once we get those all trimmed up, I am going to go with 2 coats of rub. The first one is going to be some dusted. Guys, you know all about this dusted. I've been using it on the last few cooks, and I can tell you a little goes a long way. It is going to give you a little bit of salt content with some nice charcoal flavor and some other herbs and rubs mixed in. And you are going to want to dust them on both sides. And once you get those all dusted up, it is going to be some D's nuts. And yeah, I've been saying it pretty much all day. So we will get enough D's nuts on, again, both sides. And always remember, all this stuff is going to be down in the description. You can go right to Amazon and pick it up. And that is going to lead right into our skewers. I also got these in Amazon. I've had these suckers for probably 2-3 years, and I can tell you they are perfect. And if you don't have these skewers, no big deal. You could use a wooden skewer. You are just going to want to grab them and skewer them up long ways. Do that to each piece of pork belly. And once you get those all skewered up, it is going to be a little bit more dusted, a little bit more D's nuts, and we will just allow those here to sit on the board and do its thing. And that there is going to be some lemon brown sugar glaze. We will hear a little bit more about that later in the show. So what I want to do here is, again, let's leave these on the board. Let's get on over to my Masterbuilt XT and get that fired up. Alrighty guys, so look, firing up that Masterbuilt could never be so simple. And basically what I like to do now is get a little bit of a base coat of fuel down. I will hit it with 2 to 3 chunks of cherry, get a little bit more fuel in, a little bit more cherry in, and then top it off for this cook here. I'm figuring about half a hopper full will do me nice. We are looking at probably 2.5-3 hours total. That is it. And I definitely want to get a little bit of smoke on them. And of course, once you get that hopper all filled up the way you want it, it is time to head down to our ash catcher. Now, I've already got it shaken out from my last video, so I am just gonna get my fire starters in. I will fire those up with my torch. Now, you're gonna wanna let it go for about 3-4 minutes or so. You want that smoke to billow up from the hopper. Once that is done, you could start to shut it down. Turn your attention to that control panel. Now look, I am gonna run this cook anywhere between 250 and 275. That is gonna be perfect. We will allow the pit to come up to temp. Once it hits that proper temp, I will bring you guys back. So look, once your pit has reached that proper temp, in our case, anywhere between 250 and 275 will be perfect. It is going to be time to get those pigs on a stick in, middle rack, and you're going to want to put a tin underneath because you are going to get a lot of grease spill on that pork belly. So a tin is going to be easy cleanup. Once you get all those pork bellies in, just shut it down and we are going to let it run. Now I will bring you guys back in about an hour, hour and a half, and we will see how we're doing. We are about an hour and a half in, and we will just give them a quick check. We just want to make sure it is cooking evenly, nothing is burning, give a peek, and that certainly is looking good. We will shut it down and we will take these right to that about 190, 195. You want to get no resistance when you check them. And like I said in the beginning of this, in this video, this is going to be about one of the easiest cooks you are ever going to do, and the payoff is going to be through the roof. So we are 3 hours into the cook, and as we check them out, I mean, the color looks absolutely perfect. So at this point, at about 250 to 275, you should be right at that toothpick tender. And basically what that means is when you poke them, you should feel hardly any resistance. Now we do have a 2-step basting process, so if you are pretty close, that should be good enough. I am going to be going with this lemon brown sugar. This was sent out to the channel from Steven Reichland, and I can tell you he is one hell of a guy. I did an interview with him. If you've not seen that interview, I will put a link up top or down in the description. You certainly want to check it out. He is a fun guy for sure. So basically at this point, what I am going to do is baste them. You want to baste them good, and then you want to flip them because you're going to want to baste the other side. Once you are all basted, we will take another little peek at the color. I mean, that looks through the roof crazy right there. But we are certainly not done yet. Let's get that back on the pit. Let's shut it down. We will remain that temp at that 275, and we will wait another 15 minutes or so. At that point, I will bring you guys back. So that there is basting project number 1. We have let them go another 15 minutes. It is time to baste them again. But man, we gotta admire the color. I mean, these look, you know, these are absolutely incredible. I am telling you, man, this is a must make. So we will get our basting mixture out and we will baste them again one more time. You are gonna wanna flip them, baste them, flip them, baste them. You know the deal. Leave that temp at 275. But what I am gonna do here is we wanna let that camera run. We are going to admire the work that we worked not so hard to get. I mean, like I said, it couldn't get any more simple than this. So once we are done admiring, we will shut it back down, let them go for another 15 minutes. That is going to be a total cook time of 3 hours and a half. At that time, I will bring you back. We will look at them, do that taste test, and close out the show. Alrighty, oh look, we are dealing with some pretty nasty thunder and lightnings. We've got some, you can hear it, we got some nasty rain happening here, and I don't want to put you through too much of that. Remember, the whole recipe for this cook, and this is about the easiest cook you can do, I don't care what pit you have, will all be down in the description, so you could pick up exactly what you need. Everything I used in this video will be down in the description. Let's just go in for that quick taste test and then I will close out the show. I've had my eye on this one here throughout the whole cook. And of course this is just pull apart, which is exactly what you want. And cheers. Guys, this is so freaking good, man. It is pig on a stick. That is it for this one, man. You can hear the rain. I appreciate all you guys for watching. A little let's go out with a taste test. This whole cook is a 10 out of 10. And until next time, I gotta make it to the shack to the house, and I will see you soon.